Elena slammed the kitchen door shut, the clang echoing through the empty alley behind her New York City restaurant, her hands still trembling from the argument with her head chef. It was past midnight, and there, huddled against the dumpster under the flickering streetlight, was a girl, no more than 16, shivering in a threadbare jacket, her eyes hollow with hunger and defeat. Without a word, Elena thrust a foil-wrapped plate of leftover risotto into the girl's lap, muttering, "Eat this before you freeze to death." But as their fingers brushed, something in Elena's chest cracked open, a flood of memories from her own closeted youth rushing in like a tidal wave. She couldn't just walk away. Elena had built her life on control, running one of Manhattan's hottest fusion spots, where celebrities dined and critics raved, but control was an illusion, especially when her family back in conservative Connecticut still whispered about her lifestyle choices. That night, as the girl devoured the food with desperate bites, Elena's mind raced. What if this kid ends up like me, hiding who she is just to survive? She invited the girl inside, out of the cold, offering a stool at the bar and a hot coffee. The girl's name was Sarah, she learned, runaway from a broken home in Jersey, parents too drowned in their own addictions to notice her gone. Elena's thoughts swirled in turmoil. Why am I doing this? She had her own secrets to protect, her relationship with Mia, her sous chef and secret lover, hidden from everyone to avoid the backlash that could tank her career. But Sarah's vulnerability mirrored Elena's past so perfectly it hurt. "You can crash in the storage room tonight," Elena said gruffly, ignoring the voice in her head warning her this was a mistake. By morning, Sarah was helping clean up, her quick hands and sharp wit earning a reluctant smile from Elena. Days turned into weeks. Elena taught her basic knife skills, and Sarah absorbed it all like a sponge, her gratitude masking a deeper desperation. Elena's family called that weekend. Her mother, insistent on a visit. "When are you bringing home a nice man, Elena? You're 35 times ticking." The word stung, a reminder of the facade she maintained. She hung up, staring at Sarah scrubbing pots, wondering if this act of kindness was selfish, a way to redeem her own suppressed life. But as Sarah opened up about her abusive father and absent mother, Elena felt a protective surge. I can't let her go back to that. She offered Sarah a part-time job, under the table, and a couch in her tiny apartment above the restaurant. It was impulsive, risky. What if Sarah discovered the truth about her and Mia? The thought gnawed at Elena, but she pushed it down, focusing on Sarah's growing confidence. Conflicts brewed internally. Elena's nights with Mia became tense. Mia accused her of playing savior to distract from their own issues. "You're not her mom, Elena. And what happens when your family finds out you're housing a runaway?" Mia's words hit hard, echoing Elena's doubts. Yet, watching Sarah bloom, enrolling in GD classes, her laughter filling the kitchen, filled a void Elena hadn't admitted existed. One evening after a grueling shift, Sarah confessed, "You're the first person who ever saw me as more than trash." Elena's heart twisted. She wanted to hug her but held back, fearing the intimacy might reveal too much. As months passed, the bond deepened, but so did the pressures. Elena's brother visited unannounced, spotting Sarah and raising an eyebrow. "Charity case?" he sneered, his judgment a knife to her gut. Elena defended her fiercely, but inside she panicked. If he digs, he'll uncover everything. That night, alone, Elena wrestled with her conscience. Am I using Sarah to prove I'm not the monster my family thinks I am? Or is this genuine? She decided to formalize it, contact social services anonymously, get Sarah on track. But Sarah resisted, fearing the system would send her back. Their first real fight erupted. "You think you can fix me like one of your recipes?" Sarah yelled, storming out. Elena chased her, the rain soaking them both. "I just want you safe," she pleaded, her voice breaking. Sarah softened, but the incident planted seeds of doubt. Elena's mind raced with what-ifs. What if helping Sarah exposes my secrets? What if I fail her like my family failed me? Still, she persisted, enrolling Sarah in culinary school on a scholarship she pulled strings for. Pride swelled as Sarah excelled, but jealousy flickered when Sarah started dating a boy from class, a reminder of Elena's own forced heteronormative youth. The turning point came at a family reunion. Elena brought Sarah as her apprentice, but her mother's prying questions, "Why no husband yet?" pushed Elena to the edge. In a moment of vulnerability, she almost came out, but Sarah's innocent presence stopped her. Driving home, Elena confessed to herself. This girl is changing me, forcing me to confront what I've buried. But at what cost? Mia grew distant, accusing Elena of emotional infidelity. It's her or us, Mia ultimatumed one night. Elena chose both, but the strain showed. Sarah noticed, probing gently. Are you okay? Elena brushed it off, but the lie weighed heavy. By year's end, Sarah had her own place, a job at a rival restaurant. Their goodbye was tearful. Elena felt empty, like losing a daughter. But relief mixed in, no more hiding. Or so she thought. Little did she know, Sarah had glimpsed Elena and Mia kissing months ago, the secret burning inside her like a slow fuse. Sarah's new life felt like a dream built on fragile glass. One wrong step and it would shatter. She thrived at her job, her knife work precise, flavors bold, all thanks to Elena's mentorship. But nights alone in her Brooklyn studio brought waves of guilt and confusion. Why didn't Elena tell me about Mia? Was she ashamed? Sarah's own sexuality was a tangled mess. That boy from school had been a distraction, but girls lingered in her thoughts, unspoken crushes from her homeless days resurfacing. Elena's calls came weekly, checking in like a worried parent. Proud of you, kid, she'd say, but Sarah heard the undercurrent of loneliness. Elena's restaurant boomed, but her personal life frayed. Mia left after a blowout fight, screaming about Elena's savior complex. Elena drowned in work, her mind replaying the breakup. I pushed her away to protect Sarah, but was it worth it? Family dinners became battlegrounds. Her father's homophobic jokes cut deeper now, knowing Sarah might face the same if she ever came out. One day, Sarah showed up at Elena's door, eyes red. I saw you and Mia, she blurted. Elena froze, her world tilting. How long? She whispered. Months. Why hide it? Sarah demanded, hurt flashing in her eyes. Elena's internal storm raged. Admit it and risk rejection, or lie and lose her trust. She chose truth. Because my family would disown me. Society still judges. I didn't want you tainted by it. Sarah's response surprised her. Tainted? You're the strongest person I know. They talked till dawn, Sarah sharing her own confusions. For the first time, Elena felt seen, not judged. But bonds tested bring cracks. Sarah started dating a woman, Alex, from her circle, openly, defiantly. Elena envied her freedom but warned of pitfalls. Not everyone's accepting, she said, thinking of her own closeted pain. Sarah bristled. You mean like you? The accusation stung, sparking their second major clash. I've sacrificed everything. Elena shouted. Sarah stormed out again, but this time she didn't return calls for weeks. Elena's isolation deepened. Her mother sensed something pressing during a visit. You're acting strange. Is there a man? Elena snapped. No, Mom, there isn't. The almost confession hung in the air. Her mother's disapproval palpable. Inside, Elena questioned. Am I coward for staying hidden or wise? Work suffered. A bad review hit, blaming distracted leadership. She blamed Sarah's absence, the void amplifying her regrets. Reconciliation came unexpectedly. Sarah invited Elena to coffee, apologizing. I get it now, the pressure. They rebuilt stronger, but shadows loomed. Sarah's relationship with Alex flourished, but Alex's family rejected her, mirroring Elena's fears. Sarah confided. It hurts, but I won't hide like you did. The words pierced Elena, forcing reflection. Have I taught her to be brave, or just shown her my failures? Years blurred. Sarah rose in the culinary world, opening her own bistro in Queens. Elena attended the launch, beaming but envy mixed with pride. Her own life stalled, dates fizzled, family ties strained. A cousin's wedding amplified it. Whispers about her single status fueled rumors. Elena's mind churned. What if I come out? Lose inheritance, family? But watching Sarah thrive openly, she wondered if the cost of silence was higher. Then betrayal struck. Sarah poached Elena's top sous chef, offering better pay. Elena confronted her. After everything? Sarah defended. Business is business. You taught me that. But Elena saw it as ingratitude, a knife in the back. Their argument escalated. I saved you. Elena yelled. You used me to feel good about yourself. Sarah retorted. Doors slammed, bridges burned. Elena's downward spiral began. She drank more, work slipped. Friends urged therapy, but pride held her back. Internally, she debated. Was helping Sarah a mistake? Or did I fail by not being honest sooner? Months of no contact stretched, each day a reminder of loss. Sarah too suffered. Alex noticed her distraction. Fix it with Elena. But pride won. Her success felt hollow without the woman who started it all. A promotion came, but so did doubts. Am I becoming like my parents, cutting people off? The rift widened, society's pressures amplifying personal wounds. Elena's family intervened, a concerned lunch where her brother outright asked, "Are you gay?" She denied, the lie tasting like ash. That night she cried, realizing the damage of her choices rippled to Sarah. Reconnection flickered like a faulty bulb, unpredictable and dim. 2 years after the poaching incident, Elena received a text from Sarah. "Can we talk?" Hesitant, Elena agreed, meeting at a neutral cafe in Midtown. Sarah looked polished, successful, but her eyes held regret. "I was wrong," she admitted. "You gave me everything." Elena's heart softened, but wounds lingered. "It hurt," she confessed. They hugged, tentative peace settling. But peace was fragile. Sarah revealed she and Alex were engaged, planning a lavish wedding. Elena feigned joy, but envy gnawed. Why her so young and open? Her own love life was barren. A brief fling ended when the woman demanded openness Elena couldn't give. Internally, she battled. Am I doomed to this half-life because of family? As maid of honor, Elena helped plan, but tensions resurfaced. Sarah's in-laws, conservative like Elena's family, disapproved of the lifestyle. At a fitting, Sarah's future mother-in-law sniped, "This isn't natural." Sarah fired back, but Elena stayed silent, her cowardice exposed. Later, Sarah confronted, "Why didn't you defend us?" Elena's excuse, "I didn't want to make it worse," rang hollow. Inside, she screamed, "I'm protecting you from what I face daily." The bachelor party turned disastrous. Drunk guests probed Elena's single status. One joked about converting her. Humiliated, she left early, thoughts racing. This is the world Sarah's entering. Am I preparing her or shielding myself? Sarah called, apologetic, but the damage deepened Elena's isolation. Family pressures mounted. Elena's parents visited New York, insisting on meeting her friends. She introduced Sarah as a colleague, omitting the history. Her mother praised Sarah's engagement to a woman with forced politeness, but later whispered to Elena, "Don't end up like that." The hypocrisy boiled over. Elena almost exploded but bit her tongue. Why do I still care about their approval? Sarah's own conflicts emerged. Alex wanted kids, but Sarah hesitated, haunted by her unstable past. "What if I'm a bad parent like mine?" she confided to Elena. Elena advised caution, drawing from her regrets. "Don't rush into choices you'll pay for." But Sarah saw it as jealousy, snapping, "Not everyone hides from life." The jab reopened old scars. A major blow came when Elena's restaurant faced closure. Bad economy, plus a lawsuit from a disgruntled employee alleging discrimination. Rumors swirled about her sexuality. Panicked, Elena called Sarah for advice. Sarah helped legally but demanded, "Come out. It's killing you." Elena refused. "You don't understand the cost." Their debate turned heated. "I do. You taught me to fight, but you won't." Elena's health suffered. Stress-induced migraines, sleepless nights. Therapy finally beckoned. Sessions unearthed buried trauma. Childhood rejection, forced dates. "You're paying the price for their bigotry," the therapist said. Elena pondered. Is staying closeted a betrayal to Sarah, to myself? Sarah's wedding prep intensified. Dress shopping, Elena watched Sarah glow. But her mind wandered to what ifs. If I'd been open, maybe Mia stayed. A fitting room confession slipped. "I'm proud of you but scared for me." Sarah hugged her. "You can have this too." But doubt lingered. Then the ultimate test. Elena's father had a heart attack. At the hospital, family gathered, tensions high. Her brother accused. "Your stress contributed, living that way." Elena defended fiercely for the first time. "What way?" "Loving who I love." The room fell silent. Her mother cried. Elena fled, calling Sarah. "I did it." "Sort of." Sarah rushed over, their bond strengthening amid crisis. Recovery brought uneasy truce with family. Her father grumbled acceptance, But Elena felt liberated, yet terrified. Sarah's wedding loomed, a symbol of progress Elena envied. Internally she questioned, have I sacrificed too much for approval that's never coming? Sarah faced her own moral quandary. Alex's family threatened boycott. Sarah considered eloping. Why fight? She asked Elena. Because hiding costs more, Elena replied, her words a mirror to her hypocrisy. Sarah chose to proceed, inviting everyone, defying odds. As the date neared, Elena reflected on their journey. From alley to altar, but at what price? Betrayals mended but scars remained. Little did she know, Sarah harbored a secret that would upend everything. Wedding jitters hit Sarah like a freight train, but beneath them lurked a deeper unease, a secret she'd buried for years. As she finalized details, Elena's steady presence grounded her, yet guilt ate at Sarah. Does she deserve the truth? The revelation from her past, discovered during a background check for her business loan, that Elena had anonymously paid for her schooling, her apartment, everything. But why hide it? Sarah's mind twisted. Was it pity or something more manipulative? Elena's life shifted post-confession. Family dinners were awkward but honest. Her mother asked tentative questions about partners. Elena shared vaguely about Mia. Testing waters. Pride swelled but fear persisted. What if they retract? A new romance sparked with Jordan, a gallery owner, open and unapologetic. Elena hesitated. Am I ready for this exposure? Sarah's rehearsal dinner exploded into drama. Alex's parents arrived, stiff and judgmental. When toasts turned to love stories, Elena shared hers briefly. Her first foray into openness. Alex's father scoffed. Unnatural. Sarah erupted. Get out if you can't accept us. Elena supported but inside relived her traumas. Later, alone with Sarah, she confessed, that could be my family. Sarah hugged her. But you're here fighting. The night before the wedding, Sarah confronted her own demons. Alex slept soundly but Sarah paced, thoughts churning. Elena saved me, but at what cost to herself? A late-night call to Elena. Thank you for everything. Elena sensed the weight. What's wrong? Sarah deflected, but the seed of revelation planted. Wedding day dawned chaotic. Elena arrived early, helping with last-minute fixes. Guests mingled, Sarah's sparse family, Alex's reluctant clan, Elena's brother surprisingly attending. Whispers about the lesbian wedding circulated. Societal biases on full display. Elena overheard slurs, her resolve hardening. I won't let this ruin her day. Vows exchanged beautifully, tears flowing. But at the reception, tension peaked. Alex's uncle caused a scene, decrying the union. Sarah stood firm but the hurt showed. Elena intervened calmly. Love is love. Leave if you disagree. The man stormed out, applause following. Elena's mind raced. Finally, I'm standing up, not just for her but me.
Post ceremoi, Sarah pulă de Elena aside.
I need to tell you something. Heart pounding, Elena listened as Sarah revealed. Years ago, I found out you weren't just helping. You were funding everything anonymously. Why? Elena's world spun. How does she know? Because I couldn't let you fail, Elena admitted. But Sarah pressed. Was it to control me? Make me indebted? The accusation floored Elena. No. It was love, platonic, maternal. Sarah's eyes welled. But you hid it like everything else. The confrontation escalated. You taught me to be open, yet you weren't. Elena defended. I was protecting you from my mess. Hurt turned to anger. Sarah accused Elena of manipulation, a betrayal deeper than poaching. Guests noticed the absence, whispers grew. Elena fled to the balcony, tears streaming. Have I ruined her day? Her choices dissected. Helping Sarah was right but secrecy wrong? Jordan found her, offering comfort. You did good. Now forgive yourself. Sarah, regretting her timing, sought Elena. I'm sorry. It's overwhelming. They reconciled tearfully, but the damage lingered. The night ended strained. Elena left early, mind reeling from the emotional toll. Months later, Elena's relationship with Jordan deepened, but family fallout ensued. Her parents distanced, inheritance threatened. She questioned. Was coming out worth the loss? Sarah's marriage hit rocks. Alex's family pressure led to arguments. Sarah confided. Maybe I rushed. Elena advised. Own your choices, pay the price. A year on, Elena's restaurant rebounded, her openness attracting a loyal crowd. But solitude crept in. Jordan left, citing Elena's unresolved issues. Alone, she reflected. Sarah's wedding revelation forced growth, but at what cost? Sarah's secret fully unraveled when she discovered letters. Elena's anonymous pleas to social services, ensuring Sarah's safety. Overwhelmed, Sarah realized. Elena sacrificed her own life for mine. A reunion planned, but fate intervened. Elena's health scare stress-related. Rushing to the hospital, Sarah confessed all. You were my family. Elena, weak but smiling. And you mine. Recovery bonded them anew, but questions lingered. Right or wrong? Healing came slowly like dawn after a storm, but scars shaped their futures. Elena, post-hospital, reevaluated everything. Therapy intensified. She confronted family head-on. Accept me or not, she declared at a tense dinner. Her mother cried, father grumbled, but a fragile bridge formed. Inside, Elena pondered. The price of authenticity, loss but freedom. Sarah's marriage stabilized. Therapy helped navigate in-law bigotry. She credited Elena. You showed me resilience. But guilt persisted. My accusations hurt her. A joint venture proposed, co-owning a new eatery symbolizing partnership. Elena hesitated. Am I ready to share control? Ultimately, yes, a step toward trust. Societal winds shifted. Pride parades, legal wins, but backlash remained. Elena spoke at a local LGBT event, sharing her story anonymously at first, then boldly. Applause empowered her, but hate mail followed. She questioned. Is visibility worth the danger? Sarah faced her own backlash. A review slamming her bistro as agenda-pushing. Defiant, she responded publicly. Love fuels my food. Elena admired her courage, envying the youth's fire. Internally, Elena debated. Did I enable her boldness or hinder with my caution? Years passed. Their restaurant thrived, a haven for misfits. Elena found love again with Riley, a writer unafraid of spotlight. They moved in together, Elena's first open relationship. Family attended a housewarming, awkward but progress. Joy mixed with sorrow. What if I'd done this sooner? Sarah and Alex adopted a child, a girl reminiscent of young Sarah. Elena became godmother, tears flowing at the christening. Holding the baby, Elena reflected. This is redemption for my past, her future. But twists awaited. At Elena's luxury wedding to Riley, lavish in a Hamptons venue, Sarah arrived elegant but tense. Vows exchanged, reception buzzing. Sarah toasted. To the woman who saved me. Then privately, I need to reveal something. Heart-stopping, Elena listened. Sarah confessed. That first night I wasn't just homeless. I ran because I kissed a girl at school, and my parents threw me out. Elena gasped. Parallel lives. Why hide it? Same reason you did, fear. The revelation shattered illusions. Sarah had mirrored Elena's secrecy, paying similar prices. But deeper. Years later, I invited you here not just as guest, but to say I forgive you and ask forgiveness. My poaching, my accusations, they were lashing out at my own pain. Elena's mind whirled. We've both betrayed, both redeemed. Tears flowed, they embraced, the cycle breaking. Guests oblivious, the night ended in celebration. Elena danced with Riley, whispering, no more secrets. Sarah watched, her own family complete. In the quiet after, Elena pondered the journey, from alley mercy to wedding truths. Choices debated. Help or hinder? Hide or reveal? The costs, emotional wreckage, lost loves, familial rifts, but gains. Growth, love, awakening. As dawn broke, Elena asked herself, and now you? Was Elena's initial act of kindness ultimately a selfless salvation, or a selfish bid for redemption that entangled them in mutual deception?